In this video, we're still doing November 2022 paper 1, question 2.2, which is simultaneous equations, and question 2.3, which is a word problem. Let's start with 2.2. Negative 2x minus y equals 10, and 3x minus 4x equals negative 4. We want the value for x and the value for y. Now, the first thing we want to do, you want to write one equation as a variable equals the rest of the equation. You can choose any one of the four. Remember, you got 2 in the first equation and 2 in the second. Choose any one of the four, but the easiest one to do is this y, because no division is necessary. So that's already 1y, so I'm going to write everything in terms of 1y. How do we do this? I can take the y over and bring the 10 over, or I can take the 2x over and divide everything by negative 1. So let's do that instead. I am going to say on both sides plus 2x, which leaves me with negative y is equal to 2x plus 10. Then I'm going to divide by negative 1 and divide by negative 1, which means that y is equal to negative 2x minus 10. Now that I have a statement that tells me the value of y, I can move on, and I'm going to take this and substitute this everywhere I see y in the second equation, which is that one there. So let's do that. We're going to say 3x minus 4 times this value here, right? Minus 2x minus 10, and that is equal to negative 4. Multiply that out. 3x plus 8x plus 40 is equal to negative 4. 3 is 11x plus 40 is equal to negative 4. Now I want to get x a lot, so I'm going to say minus 40 on both sides. 11x is equal to negative 44. Divide by 11 on both sides, which means now that x is equal to negative 4. I have the value of x. Now I'm going to take this x value and I'm going to substitute it back into that equation. So everywhere I see x, I'm going to put that bracket. So space. And then I'm going to say y is equal to negative 2 multiplied by negative 4, which is the green, minus 10. Let's solve. Y is equal to positive 8 minus 10. So y is equal to negative 2. And there you have the two values for y and for x. Now you can check. You don't need to check, but you can. So if we wanted to check, we would say our first equation was negative 2x, negative y is equal to 10. Negative 2 times negative 4 on the left-hand side, minus, and our y value is negative 2. That works out to positive 8 plus 2, which gives me 10. On the right-hand side, I have the value of 10. Now, since the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, meaning 10 is equal to 10, I know that my answer is correct. That's how you would check if your answer is correct. Okay, let's do 2.3. Now for 2.3, I'm not going to write the question down because it is a word problem. So I'm going to read it and let's see how we can fare. Okay, I have it on the screen. It says, Timothy, a grade 10 learner, was challenged by his friend that very few learners can get this math riddle solved. Help Timothy to solve the problem. Divide 57 in two parts so that 1/2 of the greater part is 11 times it's 11 more than 1/5 of the smaller part. Let's assume the greater part is x. All right, so I've attempted to translate the English into math, and what I've got is 57 divided into two parts. They are unequal parts. There's a greater part and a smaller part. The greater part is called x, and it says half of x, or half of the greater part, which is x, must be equal to 11 more than 1/5 of the smaller part. So this is more or less how I understand it. So what are we going to do? We are going to write this half of x, which is our greater part, must be equal to something else, right? If the greater part is x, then the smaller part must be what? It must be 57, which is the whole number, take away x, right? So if I have a slab of chocolate and I break it into two pieces, if this is x and all of it is 57, then this part is literally 57 minus x. Do you agree with me? The whole part, take away one piece, gives me the unknown part, 57 minus x. So now I know on the left-hand side, I have the greater part, a half of x. This must be equal to 1/5 times 57 minus x, which is the smaller part. So the smaller, I replace that with 57, and then 11 more, I say plus 11. Agreed? Now it's simple. Now all you're going to do is you're going to solve for x. So how do we do this? First thing I want to do is I want to get rid of the denominators, right? So I'm going to I've got a denominator of 5 and 2. I'm going to multiply this by 2 times 5. You can use 10, but it's easier to cancel this way. 2 times 5. Do I have any other terms? Yes, this is a term divider. So multiply by 2 times 5. Now I can cancel out. 2 and 2 cancel out. 5 and 5 cancel out. And that 11 does not cancel out. So what do we have? We have, 5x is equal to 2, open bracket, 57 minus x, plus 2 times 5 is 10. 10 times 11 is 110. Let's multiply this bracket out. So I'm going to distribute that. So I've got 5x is equal to 2 times 57. That's 114. 114 minus 2x plus 110. Let's add like terms. 5x is equal to 114 plus, okay, let's put the negative 2x in front. 114 plus 112 gives me 422. Let's take the 2x over, plus 2x on both sides. So 5x is equal to 224. No, not 5x, 7x. 7x is equal to 224. Then I divide by 7 on both sides. 224 divided by 7 gives me 32. So x is equal to 32. There you go. So what's our greater number? We know that the greater number is x, which is 32. And our smaller number is 57 minus x, which is 57 minus 32. So that is going to be equal to 5 and 2, 25. There you go.